Once upon a time in the animal kingdom, there lived a wise and rich king who had a beautiful daughter. The king wanted to find someone who could marry his daughter. He said he would give his daughter to any animal who could solve a difficult riddle. So one day, the king's town crier went round the village announcing to the animals that the king wanted to see them for an important meeting. A few hours later, all the animals gathered at the king's palace and was anxiously waiting for the king's announcement. The king finally made the announcement. He said loudly, "My people, today is a special day in our tradition, and you all know that my daughter is old enough to have a partner. As tradition demands, she will marry any animal who can solve this big riddle and bring me the answer." The animals were curious about the riddle. The king then said, "Here is the riddle. What animal walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs in the evening?" The animals were confused and started talking among themselves. After the announcement, they began to leave the palace, thinking hard about the riddle and how to find the answer. On their way home, the tortoise told his friends that he had an idea about the riddle, but they laughed at him and said, "How can a slow animal like you know the answer to the king's riddle?" But the tortoise kept telling them that he would find the answer, even as they continued to laugh at him. The tortoise went into the forest. As the tortoise walked through the forest, he thought deeply about the riddle. He saw the elephant and thought, maybe the elephant knows the answer. But when he asked, the elephant shook his head and said, "I don't know, tortoise. I'm strong, but I'm not as smart." The tortoise thanked the elephant and kept walking. He saw the lion and thought, maybe the lion knows the answer. But when he asked, the lion roared, "I'm the king of the jungle, but I don't know this riddle." The tortoise kept walking, feeling a little sad. He met the parrot, who said, "Tortoise, why do you look so sad?" The tortoise explained the riddle to the parrot. The parrot, who loved to talk, said, "I don't know the answer, but I know someone who might help. Go see the wise old monkey." The tortoise thanked the parrot and made his way to the monkey's home in the big tree. The monkey was resting when the tortoise arrived. The tortoise explained his problem and the monkey smiled. "I know the answer," said the monkey, and he told tortoise the explanation about man. Feeling grateful, the tortoise said, "Thank you, monkey. You have helped me a lot. I will go to the king right away and give him the answer." The monkey wished him luck, and the tortoise hurried back to the palace. When the tortoise arrived at the palace, the king was waiting with his daughter. The other animals were there too, looking tired and confused. The tortoise walked up to the king and said, "Your Majesty, I have the answer to the riddle." The king looked surprised and asked, "Are you sure, tortoise?" "Yes, Your Majesty," said the tortoise. "Yes, Your Majesty," said the tortoise. "The answer to the riddle is man. In the morning of his life, he crawls on 4 legs. In the afternoon, he walks on 2 legs. In the evening, he walks with a stick, making it 3 legs." The king was silent for a moment. Then he smiled and said, "Tortoise, you are right. You have solved the riddle. As promised, you shall marry my daughter." The tortoise was overjoyed. The king's daughter smiled at him, happy to meet the clever tortoise who had solved the riddle. The other animals cheered, even though they were surprised that the slow tortoise had won. The tortoise and the king's daughter got married in a big celebration. All the animals came to the wedding, and they all learned an important lesson. From that day on, the animals respected the tortoise for his cleverness, and the tortoise and the king's daughter lived happily ever after. So viewers, what moral lesson have you learned from this story, and what is your most interesting part of the story? Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and also turn on the notification button so that I can watch more interesting stories like this one when we upload them. Bye.